Hi everybody and welcome to today's episode. I'm just going to give people a minute or two to come on and join us. I can't wait for today. Last week we had such a great response and a lot of people talking, and I heard a lot of comments about meltdowns. So thanks to last week's comments regarding meltdowns and the stress and the toll that they're taking on families, I am talking meltdowns today. Good morning, Dina. Welcome to the show. So again, my name is Jen, and I'm Ask an Autism Mom with LAKIKID, and I am here to discuss meltdowns today. I had such a great time last week. Thank you for all who joined me, and thank you for the feedback. That's what's important to me, guys. You talking to me, you guys letting me know, what do we need to talk about? What are your problems that you're facing right now? I want to know so that I can better help you. I did this alone for a number of years after the diagnosis of my now 6-year-old Riley, and it's hard. It's isolating. It's frustrating. It's a journey that is very difficult. So let's band together. Let's make a group of friends and family who work together to help each other through this journey and to support each other. So I have a bit of a cough today. So again, today we're talking meltdowns. First, we need to go over the biggest thing. Meltdowns versus tantrums. A tantrum and a meltdown is not the same thing. A meltdown is an extremely overwhelming response to the situation. Hi Janelle, welcome. And I just want to remind everyone that if you stay active in the show, talk to me, communicate with me. I will be choosing 3 winners at the end of this episode for fidget bands, which I'll show you in a little bit. They are our current favorite thing in this house. Both my kids have them and they love them. So again, a meltdown is not a tantrum. It is an intense response to an overwhelming situation. Hi, Kimberly, welcome. What happens during a meltdown is that they lose complete behavioral control. It can be expressed verbally, physically, or a mixture of both at once. It's not bad or naughty behavior. So many people say, oh, they are naughty. They're not. They are extremely overwhelmed. So we need to look at that and base our reactions and our support for them on that. Sarah, hi. Your son's coming home Thursday from a hospital. Well, I'm so excited that he's coming home time after a month. Hopefully today you can find some information that will be helpful for you in helping him get back home and have a great life at home with you guys. Elizabeth, hi, welcome. Again, it is not a tantrum. It is an intense response to an overwhelming situation. So we don't treat it as a naughty behavior. We need to treat it as what it is. They're losing behavioral control because everything around them is too much at that moment. Our kids, as we all know, often have difficulty in expressing their emotions, all emotions. So when they're frustrated, it's really hard for them to show and explain in an appropriate manner, Mom, I'm frustrated. I need help. Kimberly, I agree. We love pets in our house. We actually have 2 large dogs that both kind of lay on my daughter when she's overwhelmed, and they give her that deep pressure input, and they calm her down. It is a wonderful thing. I love pets, and I use them often. Good afternoon, Jason and Lona. Can't wait for today. So, because they have a problem explaining their frustration, we need to look at kind of how to prevent it a little bit. If you know something causes frustration, in our home for a number of years, it was washing her hair. She would freak out and become very overwhelmed and very frustrated because she didn't like the sensation. So I slowly started keeping track of exactly what led up to the meltdown. So then I saw it's hair washing. And I went online, I did some research, I found some tools, and currently it's not the greatest fix, but we wash her hair in the tub with a little cup that I control the amount of water that actually goes on her head. She can't handle too much water on her at once, it's too much. So just a little bit of running water out of the cup helps me wash her hair and get through without an actual meltdown. So again, record what happens before, during, and after so that you see the pattern, so that you know this is going to cause a meltdown. What can we do before we get into this that will actually prevent it or lessen the meltdown? That, in my life, is my key goal. I try and find what's leading up to it so that I can diffuse it enough to make it more acceptable to her. Some people may find that things happen at particular places, times, when certain things are going on. I'm not ashamed to say, for a long time, we did not go to certain events, fireworks being a big one. We didn't go to fireworks because it was too much for her. So I just kept her home. I keep headphones on her and keep her calming down. I love all the love, folks, with you guys and your pets that work. I wish all people could see how much pets, their love and just their calming influence has on our children. I'm loving this. We have mini goats and bunnies and dogs and cats. I'm loving the mini goats. I'm sorry. I think they're adorable. And I think that's a really creative idea, using a mini goat. So we're going to talk first about anticipating the meltdown. You're going to see the pattern again. So watching for the pattern. Often they will show signs that a meltdown's coming. Their signs of anxiety may be pacing, seeking reassurance through repetitive questioning, rocking, or becoming very still. My child gets super chatty. When I know she's talking and she's showing anxiety in her words and in her voice, I know a meltdown is coming. During this anticipating stage, you may have a chance to diffuse or prevent the meltdown. A few important strategies that may work in this stage would be, again, bringing in the pet. We love the pets. Kimberly, I know you can have dogs. Everyone can. I love that you got the cats instead. We can't have cats due to allergies, so we have the dogs. Janelle, I'm so excited that the email about preventing shopping meltdowns came at the perfect time. I do have some other ideas in my video today about things that you could use for shopping to help as well. So strategies would be distraction. I often use my dogs as a distraction. My almost 14-year-old son often comes in and acts silly as a distraction or diversion. My daughter, personally, she loves deep breathing. We breathe in and out, and I do it. I put her in front of me. I look at her, and she looks at me as much as she can, and we breathe together. I count in and blow out, and in and blow out. I find doing that with her helps me stay calm, which is a huge thing, but it models the behavior for her so she actually sees it and can work with me a little bit better. We love fidget toys. Some of my favorites. Currently, we love this dog from LAKIKID. It is weighted. It simply goes around her neck, and it has enough weight to help her stay calm. Also, lap pads. This one is the small version that LAKIKID has, and I find it's the perfect size for throwing in my bag. I carry an extremely oversized purse, so it works for me. But using fidget toys, listening to music. I'm not afraid to turn on music, put headphones on her head, and let her listen to the music so that, especially in public situations where it's loud and busy, she doesn't have all the input from, say, Walmart. We all know Walmart is a loud and crazy place sometimes. She has the music on. She's not focused on all the sounds going on around her. She's focused on what's coming in through her headphones. I am so excited, Sarah, that you're attending your first autism walk. I hope to hit one this summer. I'm still looking to a couple in our area. Headphones helping with the fireworks. That's another huge thing. We have noise headphones. My husband bought them in the sports section, but they're just big headphones that we put on her ears when we're somewhere loud. She now likes fireworks, so we do go, but we bring those so that she can control the amount of sound that actually filters into her. Another thing is remove potential triggers. If something's silly and you can remove it, try. For us, if you give Riley a vegetable, which I discussed last week, it causes a meltdown. She can't handle the texture and the taste of most vegetables. So we use removing vegetables and adding fruit. I just saw someone say, 1 second, that hair brushing. There are a couple different brushes, a wet dry brush and a knot genie it's called, I believe, are our favorite currently. And I find letting her control it. She has long hair, I brush the bottom of her hair, and then the middle, and then moving up. So I'm only brushing small sections at a time, which in her naughty hair helps her. And through this all, this is going to be so hard for many of you. I know it is hard for me, but try and stay calm. Try and stay calm. Really, we use just noise-defending headphones. We actually came upon that discovery when my father-in-law, who went to the rifle range every once in a while, came home and he left his range headphones on the table, and we were desperate, so we tried them. So again, yes, Dina, shooting protection ones I find to be best. My daughter being 6, we have hot pink. Amazon has a bunch. I mean, they're not hard to find. So just keeping yourself calm. Now, let's talk about triggers in this. There's a few sensory-based. Remember, our kids often touch or sound. So loud, busy places and situations could cause more problems. Again, Walmart, that's loud, it's busy, it has smells, it has lots of people. Diffusing Walmart could be bringing a lap pad, or we find, again, the puppy, because she doesn't have to carry it, she simply puts it on her neck and goes. There's compression garments on the market now. They're just tight garments that give them that input of the tight place and of being held tight. Calming music, noise blocking headphones. I've also seen a friend of mine get a toddler backpack for her young child and put some weight in there and have them wear that while they're walking around. That helped her child. I understand, Haley, that staying calm is really, really hard. Rosalie, I do use some oils. I used to do more than I do now. I'm slacking in that. I should go back to that. If you want to talk oils, maybe after the show, you and I can message and discuss oils. Another major trigger is change in routines. How many of your kids can't change their routine? I know with Riley, changing routines, transitions, it's hard. She's used to everything being so strict that she can't vary off the regular schedule very well. So a consistent, predictable routine and structure, especially for my daughter, are extremely important because any change can be distressing. Help for this would be more along the lines of clear visual supports explaining the change. Reassurance that the rest of the routine hasn't changed, adding calming or comforting activities, and giving them a chance to explain or to express their frustration in a safe manner. We hit a pillow. I let her, before we go into a place, I let her do a quick screech in the car just to get it out. I love that, Dana, that you wear layered with fidgets on it to let your child have that distraction. I'm able to get the little fidgets. We have spinners, we have fidget cubes, we have squishies, and having those available really help her as well. Riley tends to pack a little bag when we go certain places that has fidgets in it, putty. Again, her puppy here, maybe weighted lap pad, pencil and paper, so that when she's frustrated, she literally will take the paper and take the pen and just do this over and over. And that's how she gets out some of her frustration. It's so hard when the school is routine and you don't know. We're going through that right now, and I sympathize with you. I'm right there. They're changing her therapy days and her therapist, and it's hard. Again, while I'm thinking about it, changing the routine is hard, and so we're going to give them all options, like PECS. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the PECS system. It's pictures that shows first we do this, then we do this, then we do this. That way they see it. I love the punching bag. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful idea. Play-Doh and Chewies, I agree. Another thing that we keep in our house a lot. Although right now we're going more towards slime because that's the cool thing. Third karate. I love that idea, Sarah. Wonderful idea. So if you give them that release and an activity that's coming, it does help a lot. Be clear about all changes. They don't like being blindsided with the change. Be clear. I'm sorry, it went up too fast. I don't see your name. But the woman who said about your son running around in restaurants. I stopped going to restaurants for a number of years because it was too hard. She could not focus in a restaurant. She couldn't focus. It was too hard for her. So we didn't go until she started therapy. I worked with therapists. Again, therapists are our best resource. Use them. They've been in this field often a long time. So when you use the tools that they give you and their advice, often working on it will open up you being able to go back to restaurants because you're giving your child the skills. Kimberly, I understand about vacations and summer. I'm actually thinking about doing a show on keeping your child busy during school breaks. And if you prepare your child to start school, again, I would talk to the school and get their routine. Our classroom has a schedule that we follow. And I taught her the schedule. I taught her that first we get dressed, then we go outside, we wait for the bus comes, and then I walked her through her entire day for months until she finally got to the point where now she tells me, like this morning, she came running to me and said, "Today is Monday, Mommy. I have a visit today. I have physical education, so I need my shoes." She's now used to the schedule. So just talk them through the routine. The fire drills at schools, I know, they are difficult. And our school is currently doing one drill a week of a number of different drills that they do. So we simply have, when we know it's a drill, sometimes, especially when she's having a bad day, her educational assistant in the class will just whisper in her ears, "Riley, in a few minutes, it's going to get loud and busy." And it just gives her a chance. Talk to the teacher. Talk to this principal. See, for a while when she was younger in preschool, they actually would remove him from they would remove her, and they would talk. Kelly Patrick, yes, message me after the show and we will talk. This is what I mean, folks. I'm here to help you. Talk to me. I have no problem talking to you guys. I've been here. I want to help you guys, and I want you guys to help each other. But we'll talk about summer breaks and keeping them busy, hopefully soon. Now, anxiety is a huge trigger. The world has a lot of unwritten rules and cues, and is very unpredictable in nature. So it causes anxiety. Make a plan ahead of time that builds in calming tools, activities. If you build calming activities and tools into their everyday routine, it helps. I set up stations around the house. We do occupational therapy and we do art and journaling. We keep the quiet time up at all times and we keep him busy so he's not disappearing. I love that. Oh, I love that. Now, another cause could be communication difficulties. Communication's hard. It's really hard. There's so many verbal and physical cues in communication that our kids just don't understand. We express our emotions through communication, and it's hard on our kids. You can message the page and I will find you on there and I will talk to you. Don't worry. So, because of all the cues and all the communication cues and everything, it's hard to become overwhelmed. Now, ideas would be visual supports, social stories, picture exchange communication systems, which is that PECS I was talking about. I love PECS. Books, written information. For older kids that use electronics and can read, send them a text message. Today our schedule is going to be this. Have it so that they can see it. They can reference it when they get overwhelmed and say, "It's okay, next we're doing this." Kimberly, I understand that being hard of hearing can be very difficult. Hi, Samita, welcome. If you modify your verbal communication using technology, tablets, voice software, instant messaging, it will increase their understanding of emotions and social skills. Again, therapists are wonderful for this. I understand not everyone can afford therapy. Trust me, I get it. We didn't have therapy for a long time. Alicia Stevens, this should help for you as well, even though she has intellectual functioning issues. Sarah, sign language. Yes, I missed that one. Thank you. When Riley was little, she was completely nonverbal. So we started sign language. And it helped open up language for her. When she gets overwhelmed, there are still times that I use small amounts of sign language to help her focus. Now, in all of this, self-care is important to you. It is very difficult that you're going through all of this trauma of a meltdown. It's not only hard on your child, it's hard on you. It's hard on the other children in the house. So self-care after. Now, ideas would be for the whole of the meltdown, create a safe place. I love the calming tent. Give them time to process and recover. Remember, it takes longer to process and recover. Calmly ask if they're okay, but remember, their response may take time. Try and be always calm. Deep pressure. My daughter loves her big squeezy hugs. Remove them from the situation. Don't feel bad. Is very normal to be overwhelmed. So if they're overwhelmed at a constant situation, like I said, fights, restaurants, we stopped going. Prepare in advance for the meltdown. Be prepared with tools, with things. Have an exit plan. If you're somewhere and she gets extremely overwhelmed, what are you going to do? You push them away. Find people who are good with your child to help. I have a best friend who has a 7-week-old puppy, and we literally, when it's real bad, my friend shows up and my daughter's distraction and the love from the puppy, which helps her. To the mom who said that you have a problem with going to a school breakfast and then leaving, causing a meltdown, I would warn them ahead of time. Just let him know, Mommy's going to go to the breakfast, we're going to eat together, we'll see the Easter Bunny, and then Mommy's going to come home. I will see you at the end of the day. I'm going to leave, you're going to go back with your teacher and your friends and go about your day. It takes time. Just keep communicating, keep trying. Don't stop trying. For dentists, we actually have one that plays children's videos on a TV in front of her, so she's distracted with that. We've also used music in his ears. I have held a phone over her face so that she could see my videos, and it helps. My daughter also talks to herself and hits herself when calming down. I find she's 6, so she's still small enough. I got my arms around her and I hold her tight so she's safe and she is secure and has that safe place to calm down. I've removed toxic family members as well. Some people don't get it. Like I said earlier, a meltdown is not a tantrum. I heard so many times from so many people, you need to spank it out of her. I'm sorry, she's autistic. I can't spank it out of her. It does not work. I just stopped talking to people like that. I don't need them, and neither does she. Now, I want to talk real quick about our giveaways. Now, every month, Lucky Kids does giveaways for travel. This part of it, the weighted lap pad and a marble maze, fidget maze. I don't have one, but I should be getting one in the next couple of days to show you guys. I'm also going to show you what I'm giving away today. Like I said earlier, this is my current favorite and my kids' current favorite. Let me just get this set up for you so you can see it. This is a Lucky Kids fidget band. Wonderful, right? One kid likes to bounce on it and the other kid likes to wrap his feet up and pull on it. Okay, just give me 1 second to bring you back up to my face. So, we use that for a lot. Homework. My son does art all the time, but he's a major fidgeter, so he uses that while he's doing his art to help him focus. Riley uses that when she's eating because she has a hard time. She's a slow eater, so she has a hard time. So she uses her band. Kimberly, it is neat, and I'm excited to say I get to give 3 away to some people who have really been talking and contributing today. So Kimberly, let me get your last name. Kimberly Kohler Mayberry, you won one. And also, Dina, let me find your name again. If you can comment, hi Dina, so I can see your name, I will send you one. These things are amazing, folks. They go on quick, easy, they last forever, they're durable. I mean, they're pretty thick, so they can't break one. So let's go with Dina, Kimberly, and Lona Howard. Let's get you one for your guy. I'd love for you guys to have these. Message the page, Dina, Kimberly, and Lona Howard, and we will get you one. I'm so excited you came and talked to me today. Again, I want you guys to talk to me. I want to help you, but I want you to help me know. Thank you, Dina. Dina Pedersen. Now, I want you to talk to me. I want you to tell me what's important. Last week, I saw so many comments about meltdowns. That's why we decided to jump on it. Your son self-harms by hitting and punching. I understand that. We have a hitter. I tend to wrap her in deep pressure and make her physically move. Kimberly, picky eating was actually last week. The video is on the page if you want to go and check it out. I save all of my videos so you guys can watch them later. But if you go down the page, you will find it. And you can watch it whenever you have the chance. Because we did talk about picky eating, and there is a blog post on picky eating as well. So remember, folks, there are some major causes, but it all comes down to the situation is too much for them. So whatever we can do to bring that down and help them. Now, again, I will be on later to talk. Sarah, walking in the woods. Yes, yes. For us, physical activity is huge. I work in some major physical activity into her daily life. Dina, I agree. I really want to talk about keeping a marriage strong with constant stress. I want to talk about self-care for us, for the other family members. I will hopefully be getting to that topic soon. Let me start researching. Running from you, Haley. Haley, how old is the child that runs from you? Just so that I have an idea of where they are cognitively so that we can kind of find some ideas. Haley, you after the show, talk to me and we'll look at some ideas. I have some ideas. Just a little bit more information would be helpful. So thank you, ladies, for coming. I'm going to go for now, but I will be in the comments later. If I miss your comment and it's a few hours later, comment again. Let me know. I will keep checking. Let's talk. For those that I told to message the page for various reasons, please message. I will check the message. When they self-harm, guys, we need to try and distract and protect them as much as we can. Lona, keep track. Write everything down about what happens before, during, and after the meltdown, and we'll look at what we can do to adjust that. Haley, being 3, it's a little bit easier age than a much larger child. For that age, there's harness backpacks. Honestly, I would put Riley in a cart, and she would stay in a cart the entire time we were shopping, so she couldn't take off on me. But we will look at some other ideas later. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to enter our big giveaway, and I can't wait to see you next week. I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Bye-bye.